Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I'm going to speak in English. Senior disciples and organizers, they asked me to speak a few words about the importance of Vyasa Puja, and I just wanted to offer a few prayers because it's a great honor, and I don't feel myself qualified to speak in such an assembly. Om Ganat Mirandasya Niranjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Mano Bhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kada Mahyam Dadati Svapadantikam Vancha Kalpataro Bhishya Kripa Sindhubhya Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langete girim yadkripatamaham vande shigurum dinataranam. So today we are celebrating Vyasa Puja of our dear Guru Maharaja, Srila Niranjana Swami. And Srila Prabhupada used to say that Vyasa Puja is not kind of a party or a celebration of somebody's birthday, because this is Vyasa Puja. Guru is the representative of Srila Vyasadeva. And we know that Srila Vyasadeva, he is the literary incarnation of the Supreme Lord, who came in the beginning of the Kali Yuga, at the end of Dvapara Yuga, in order to help us to get Vedic knowledge. And Srila Vyasadeva, he compiled, actually he manifested Srimad Bhagavatam, Anarthapasham Sakshat Bhakti Yogam Athokshaje Lokasya Nato Vidvam Chakrisattvata Samhidam. In the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Sudaka Swami, he explains how it manifested. When Srila Vyasadeva, he's got the order from his spiritual master Narada Muni, Samadhina Nusmara Tat Vicheshtitam. You should, in the trance of Bhakti Yoga, in the Samadhi of Bhakti Yoga, manifest, meditate on the pastimes of the Supreme Lord, and manifest them for the benefit of all living entities. And Anarthapasham Sakshat, because people, they don't know that the only way to relief from the influence of Kali Yuga, to solve all the problems, is the Bhakti Yoga Mathokshaje, is devotional service. And Lokasya Janato Vidvamsh Chakri Sattvata Samhitam. And therefore, Srila Vyasadeva, he manifested Srimad Bhagavatam. And therefore, Srila Prabhupada used to say that we are very much obliged to Srila Vyasadeva for compiling and giving us Srimad Bhagavatam. Sarvaveti Tihasanam Saram Samudritam. This is the book which embodies all the knowledge from the Vedas, Itihasas, Puranas. So everything what is there in the Vedas is there in Srimad Bhagavatam, but in such a perspective, in such a way, so that it would help us to realize Krishna. Vedaisha Sarvajna, Aham Vidyah. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that the goal of whole Vedas is to understand me. And Bhakti Mam Avijanati Yamanashas Mitatvataha. And we can understand Krishna only by Bhakti. And therefore, Srimad Bhagavatam directly points us to the point of accepting and practicing pure devotional service. So that's why Guru is the representative of Srila Vyasadeva. He's given us the same knowledge which Srila Vyasadeva gave us in Srimad Bhagavatam. But he's not just an ordinary person. Because at the very end of Srimad Bhagavatam, we find one very, very important verse. This is 12th canto, 13th chapter and 19th verse. It is one of the final verses of Srimad Bhagavatam. Kasmayena vibhasito yamatolo jnana pradipah puram tatrupena chanaradaya munaye krishnaya tatrupina yogindraya tatatmana bhagavad rattaya karunyatas tachutam vimalam vishokam amritam satyam param dhimahi. We can see that this is the same words which we find in the very first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, Satyam Param Dhimahi. And the translation is, I meditate upon that pure and spotless supreme absolute truth, who is free from suffering and death, and who is the beginning, who in the beginning personally revealed this incomparable torchlight of knowledge to Brahma. Brahma then spoke it to the sage Narada, who narrated it to Krishna Dvapayana Vyasa. Srila Vyasa revealed this Bhagavatam to the greatest of sages, Shukadeva Goswami, and Shukadeva mercifully spoke it to Maharaja Parikshit. And we see externally that verse speaks about the parampara of Srimad Bhagavatam, that Srila Vyasadeva, he received this knowledge from Narada Muni. But actually, Sanskrit says, Yena, by whom? By Supreme Lord. Vibhasitam, it was revealed to Lord Brahma. And then Tatrupena, in the form of Lord Brahma, same Supreme Lord gave this knowledge to Naradaya, to Narada Muni. Then Narada Muni, Tatrupina, in the form of Narada Muni, Supreme Lord, same Supreme Lord, gave this knowledge to Srila Vyasadeva. And Vyasadeva, Tadatmana, he gave the same knowledge to Shukadeva Goswami, who spoke it to Maharaja Parikshit. So basically what actually this verse says, that Supreme Lord himself, he manifests through the Guru Parampara. He speaks through Vyasadeva. It's not Vyasadeva speaking. This is Supreme Lord who is speaking the same message of Srimad Bhagavatam. And Srila Jiva Goswami, in his commentary, he says that Tatrupena cha its adipik tripik padar na kevalam chaturshlock eva tena prakashita apitu tatra vishishtana khandam evedam puranam iti dyotitam. He says that we have these verses Tatrupena, Tatrupina, and Tadatmana, and he says that we know that Krishna spoke Srimad Bhagavatam to Lord Brahma. It was only chaturshloki, only 4 verses. Then Lord Brahma, he spoke Srimad Bhagavatam to Narada Muni. That was about 300 verses. But we know that Srimad Bhagavatam, as it is 18,000 verses. And Shukadeva Goswami, he spoke in full Srimad Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj. And this is very important message which this verse gives to us, that knowledge is not just amount of information. It's not that we have to learn everything which is there in the Vedas. Every single word, every single verse. No, this is some internal realization. This is message. You might not know everything which is there in the Vedas, but you have to understand the essence, the devotional service. So that's why Srila Vyasadeva, as one of the representatives of the Guru Parampara, what he did actually, he gave the essence of Srimad Bhagavatam, and the representative of Srila Vyasadeva, spiritual masters, they also give the same essence of Srimad Bhagavatam. And we might not know all the words of Srimad Bhagavatam, everything which is there, but if we receive the mercy of spiritual master, by the mercy of spiritual master we can understand everything. That's the hidden message which is given in this verse. And then how it happens, Satyam Param Dhimahi. Dhimahi is one of the words of Gayatri Mantra, Brahma Gayatri Mantra. Where in the same Brahma Gayatri Mantra we have this verse Prachodayat. Prachodayat means inspires from within by mercy. So that's why Srila Vyasadeva is not an ordinary acharya, and spiritual master as a representative of Srila Vyasadeva is not some ordinary person. actually, Supreme Lord, He, from within of the spiritual master, He gives us that knowledge. And not just kind of academic knowledge, but in the form of internal realization. Prachodayat, dhimahi. So that's why if we meditate on our Guru Parampara, if we meditate on Srila Vyasadeva, if we meditate on our spiritual master as the representative of Srila Vyasadeva, by the mercy of our spiritual master, Supreme Lord Himself, He can give us the same knowledge. And that's why Uddhava in the 11th canto, 29 chapter, 6th verse, he says, Nava payanti patitim kavayasta vesha, brahmayushapi kritam riddam udah smarantam, yantar bahihtan ubridam, ashubham vithunman, acharya chaiti vapusha, svagatim vinakti. O my Lord, transcendental poets and experts in spiritual science could not fully express their indebtedness to you, even if they were endowed with the prolonged life of Lord Brahma. For you appear in two features, externally as the Acharya and internally as the Super Soul, to deliver the embodied living beings by directing him how to come to you. So it means that spiritual master, he is not an ordinary person. Supreme Lord Himself manifests through the medium of spiritual master. Actually, when we face a spiritual master, we face also Supreme Lord. And therefore, Vyasa Puja is not kind of ordinary party, birthday. This is the manifestation of, we celebrate Supreme Lord who came to us in the form of our spiritual master. And we can meet Krishna face to face by following instructions of our spiritual master. But then, Guru is not just only Supreme Lord. Guru is also the servant of the Lord. It's not just that Guru is kind of a channel through whom Krishna speaks. No, Guru is also a great devotee of the Lord. Sakshat Taritvina Samasta Shastri Uktasta Tha Bhavyata Eva Satvih Kintu Praporyah Priya Eva Tasya Vande Guru Shicharanarvindam. That's why Srila Vishnu Chakravarti first he speaks that Guru is God, Sakshat Taritvina. But then he says, Kintu Prapor Yah Priya Eva. He is dear to Supreme Lord. He is the devotee. And we learn from our spiritual master the devotion. He knows, he's given us this knowledge with compassion. He's trying to help us. He himself experiences great bliss and happiness by serving Krishna. And he wants to share it with us. And therefore, Vidura in the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, there's this very, very famous verse, which our Guru Maharaja also quoted many times, 3.5.3. Janasya Krishnat vimukhasya daivat, adharma shilasya sudukhitasya, anugrahaye hacharantino nam bhutani bhavyani janardanasya. O my Lord, great philanthropic souls travel on the earth on behalf of the Supreme Personality of Godhead to show compassion to the fallen souls who are averse to the sense of subordination to the Lord. So Krishna, he manifests through spiritual master, but from his own part, Guru is full of compassion, and he comes to us. He tries to give us this knowledge. As we say, the same knowledge which Krishna gave to Lord Brahma, Lord Brahma gave to Narada Muni, to Vyasadeva, and so on, knowledge of Guru Parampara. So that's why same knowledge, but tainted, how to say, or colored by the compassion of the spiritual master. And for the disciple, the same knowledge is which he hears from the lotus mouth of spiritual master. It becomes very, very sweet, like they say that Shukamukhat Amritam Drava Samyatam. When Shukadeva Goswami, he touched Srimad Bhagavatam, it became even more sweet. And his guru, Srila Vyasadeva, guru of his guru, Narada Muni, they listened to Srimad Bhagavatam spoken by Shukadeva Goswami, and they were very much amazed. So in the same way, for the disciple, the same knowledge of Guru Parampara, which manifests through the lotus mouth of the spiritual master, it becomes even more sweet. So that's why a Guru disciple is very eager to hear the same knowledge, actually this knowledge which Krishna gives, but from the lotus mouth of the spiritual master. Because Guru, spiritual master, he gives us this knowledge full of compassion. He prays for us. He's trying to help us in the spiritual life. And therefore, we are very much indebted by the spiritual master. And for all those reasons, we celebrate his birthday. He came to our life in order to help us in the spiritual life, in order to help us to practice pure devotional service. He's praying for us, he's giving us blessings. And therefore, Vyasa Puja is the chance to express our utter gratitude, our happiness, which we have received by the mercy of our spiritual master. So therefore, today devotees are going to give offerings to the spiritual master. They are going to express their gratitude, how they see the mercy of the spiritual master, how it manifested. And actually they see how Supreme Lord came in the form of the spiritual master in our lives, how he saved us from the ignorance, how he helped us in many complicated situations of our life. And for that, we will never be able to repay his debt. Therefore, Prithu Maharaj, he says, Yar idrishi bhagavato gachirat mavada ekantato nigamipih pratipatito naha tushantada prakaruna svakritena nityam kvanamatat pratikaro tu vinota patram. He says that how can we repay the debt for those persons who ekantato nigamipih, they give us this knowledge one-pointed, Vyavasatmika buddhih, pointed to the devotional service, helping us to make progress in the pure devotional service. And also very much authorized, based on the Shastras, on Guru Parampara. Whatever material gifts or words of gratitude we give to them, they don't want it. They actually admiramas. They just want to share, to give us this knowledge. And konamatat pratikarotu vinota patram. And therefore there are only two ways how we can express our gratitude. First one is to let us continue their activities of saving us, to giving us this spiritual knowledge. And second one, vina udaka patra. Udaka means the water, and patra means like pushpanjali in the palms. So we take water from the Ganga or Yamuna, and we offer the same water to Ganga and Yamuna. And the same way, whatever we received from our spiritual master, we have to continue this Guru Parampara, continue giving the same knowledge to those people who are dependent on us. This is the Parampara of mercy, Kripa Parampara. And our dear spiritual master, he is the very vivid representative of the Guru Parampara. We learn from him his devotion to Srila Prabhupada, to previous acharyas. We learn from him how he, in day-by-day activities, how he practices devotional service. And therefore, in Guru Katha, we'll have words of many disciples who had this personal association with the spiritual master. They are going to share their experience, how he manifested in their life. And this is very important for the disciples. Whatever spiritual master does, this is the manifestation of his mercy and the mercy of the Supreme Lord. So that's why today is very important day in the life of sincere disciples. So that's why let us try to celebrate his birthday, his appearance in this way, in this world, and actually appearance of Supreme Lord's mercy in our life. So lives. Therefore, today we are celebrating Vyasa Puja, the appearance day of our dear spiritual master, Srila Niranjana Swami. Srila Niranjana Swami Guru Maharaj ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Sveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Gaura Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol.